So I love this question around whether or not being a project manager is just glorified admin work because sometimes it can be like herding cats, but not all project managers are created equal. So I wanted to talk about the four types of project managers. That way, if you're trying to get into project management or pivot within project management, then you know what type of project management role you need to pursue. So the first type of project manager is going to be your more facilitating project manager. So this is where you are responsible for organizing the work or facilitating the work end to end. So you're given the strategy, you're given the project, you're given the initiative, you're given the timeline and budget. And again, you're responsible for kind of like facilitating the people that are actually going to be doing the work. And so you're not the decision maker, you are influencing the decision makers. You're not going to be doing the build, you're influencing those that are going to be doing the build, for example. So maybe you're a part of a PMO, like project management office, and you're assigned to a specific department to help them out with the project. And so if you do like more of that more like admin work, a lot of that is going to be like scheduling meetings, taking meeting minutes, tracking action items. So yes, those are going to be your more admin heavy kind of herding cats type of project manager roles, but they're not bad at all. If you are the type of person where you just want to focus on organizations and focus on the organization and kind of be behind the scenes, then this is the perfect type of role for you. And it's a great, I would say, starting point in project management. When I was a project manager, these are the types of roles that I first started into, and then I started to niche down and want to move into more strategic project manager roles, which is the second type of project management. So, yeah, as a strategic project manager, you're going to be responsible for both the strategy and the execution. So, it is going to be a lot of leadership, more responsibility. It's definitely more front facing. So, like me as an AI program manager, like I am presenting the strategy to like my C-suite leaders, executive leaders. So it's a lot of like working with leadership and having more influence. And I'm also responsible for facilitating all of the AI projects within my organization. If you are trying to get into more strategic roles, I would say figure out how to become a subject matter expert within a specific niche in your industry. I've done a separate video on this before, but in my example, I was doing more facilitating project management work within the healthcare space. Then I niched down into IT, then I niched down into AI. And that's kind of how I got into the role that I'm in now. So again, if you do like more leadership, you want to have more ownership over your projects and portfolio, then this is the type of project manager role you want to look into. The third type of project manager is going to be your individual contributor. And so these are going to be for the people that like to be boots on the ground. You don't want to just organize the work. You actually want to have a hand in the work. And so an example I'll give is like if you're a technical or IT PM, like you can be a project manager, but you can also do the build and test if you need to. Or if you're in construction, maybe you're responsible for project management, but you're also getting materials and boots on the ground on the construction site with your team members. And so again, if you do like to actually do the work in addition to facilitating the work, then you want to look for more of those individual contributor project manager roles. The fourth type of project manager is going to be your project manager without the title. And if you are trying to get into project management, this is actually the sweet spot because you probably have your full whole day job that you're responsible for. And maybe your boss is giving you some extra projects to work on. Or maybe you've told them, like, hey, I want to get into project management, and they've given you projects to work on. This is actually how I pivoted into project management. With these, again, you're already doing project management work because you're already taking initiatives, you're organizing it end to end, you're already working with your stakeholders within your department. So you're already doing project management. You probably just don't have the structure of project management. So my tip for these folks is to go and learn the project management methodologies, whether that's agile, hybrid, waterfall. You want to understand the end-to-end stages of project management. So one, you can bring that structure to your projects to make them more successful. And then once you have proven that you're able to manage projects successfully, then you can pivot into more official project management roles. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what type of project manager you are or want to become, and we can continue the conversation. But until then, bye y'all.